Gwen Stacy, a Spider-Woman on Earth 65 in New York City, struggles with relationships and feels isolated. She remembers her best friend Peter Parker, who was bullied and experimented with a dangerous chemical. Captain Stacy orders a citywide manhunt for Gwen, but she is saved by Miguel O'Hara and Jessica Drew. They stop Vulture and save civilians and cops. Meanwhile, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, faces a villain named The Spot who tries to rob an ATM using his spots. Miles and Spot end up in the ruins of the Alchemax Collider, where Spot loses energy and cannot return to the in-between space. Miles struggles to balance his life as a Spider-Man with his responsibilities as a police captain. Miles' parents confront him about his secretive behavior, and Miles becomes frustrated. Gwen appears through a dimensional portal controlled by a watch given to her by Miguel. Miles and Gwen discuss Miguel's Spider Society, and Miles struggles with parental pressure. Gwen warns Miles against telling the truth, but Miles remains optimistic. They attend a party and Gwen shows Miles her dimension jumping watch, which stabilizes her in other worlds. Miles asks about joining the Spider Society, but Gwen becomes closed off. Miles meets Jeff and Rio, disapproving of Gwen's friendship with Miles. Miles tracks Spider-Gwen and uses his powers to turn invisible. Gwen discovers Spot's miniature collider, giving Miles one last chance to get Spot before she tells Miguel. They encounter local Spider-Man Pavitra Prabhakar in Earth 50101, Mumbattan. Miles uses his Venom powers to steal energy from the force field, but it's too slow and weak. Hobie Brown, a British anti-establishment anarchist Spider-Man, advises Miles on the proper technique. Miles sees a vision of his father and another policeman being killed, and Spot tells Miles he will have his revenge and escape dimensions once more. In 2099, Miles and Hobie are transported to Earth 928, Nueva York, where they enter the Spider Society headquarters. They encounter hundreds of spider people from various dimensions, including Spider-Bite, controlled by Margot Kess. Miguel, furious at Miles for letting Spot escape, explains the importance of the canon events linking Spider-Man's universes. Miles realizes his father will soon be made a captain, and a vision from Spot shows the villain causing Jefferson's death while trying to save a child. Miguel insists that damaging the canon too much would cause every dimension to be eradicated. Miles refuses to save his father and breaks out of the cage. Miguel orders Spider-Man to hunt Miles, but Miles refuses. Miles uses his Venom Strike to depower Miguel's suit and lures all Spider people away from the headquarters. He activates the Go-Home machine, scans Miles' DNA, and orders Jess and Ben to hunt him down. Gwen questions Miguel, arguing that Spider-Man 2099's algorithm may not know what will happen if the canon is broken. Miguel uses the Go-Home machine to banish Gwen back to her own dimension. Peter B. and Mayday return to Earth 616, where they find Mary Jane waiting for them. Miles is sent to Earth 42 by the Go-Home machine, where his uncle Aaron Davis shows up. Miles finds Earth 42 dangerous and sees his father killed. Gwen blames her father for Miles' absence and pleads to release him to save their father. Gwen and her team try to find and rescue Miles, but Miles charges up his venom.